Tapo D210 versus Tapo D225. If your front door has no doorbell wiring and normal traffic, paying more for the pricier one can be wasted money. Because you're buying flexibility you'll never plug in. But if you do have wiring and you want round-the-clock recording and a wider view that actually catches packages on the step, the cheaper one just can't do that, and you'll feel it every day. By the end, you'll know which one fits your door. Let's break it down. Let's start with what's already behind your door frame, because that decides more here than any spec sheet. The D210 is battery only. There's no wiring option at all. So you charge it, stick it up with the adhesive or a couple of screws, and you're running in about 10 minutes with zero electrical work. For a rental, a condo, or a house that never had a bell wired in, that simplicity is the entire appeal. The D225, in contrast, goes both ways. You can run it purely on its own battery, exactly like the cheaper one, or wire it into an existing doorbell transformer, and wiring it is what unlocks continuous recording instead of only motion clips. If you already have wiring, that's a real gap between them. But check what chime you have before you assume it's a swap, because owners with older mechanical chimes run into headaches and have to use the supplied bypass jumper. And both connect on 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi only, so if your router hides that band, sort it out before either one arrives. If you don't have wiring, though, this all comes down to how often you're pulling the thing off the wall. Tapo advertises up to 180 days on the D210, and real owners land all over the map, from around 2 months per charge down to charging weekly on busy streets. There are also 2 hardware revisions with different battery sizes, so don't treat one owner's number as your number. That said, there's an opinion on the D210 worth hearing. I put it up in December in a cold climate, and it went about 5.5 months before it needed a recharge, even with frequent packages and us setting it off coming and going. The D225, for its part, carries a 10,000 milliamp hour battery and claims up to 8 months, and one owner on a normal suburban street was down to 20% in just over 2 months. Bigger battery, same reality check. Either way, you carry the whole doorbell inside to charge it, since neither battery pops out. Coverage is where the money starts showing. The D210 shoots 2K at 3 megapixels across 160 degrees diagonal, which frames a person fine but leaves the doormat closer to the edge. The D225 steps up to 2K plus at 4 megapixels with 180 degrees, and that vertical stretch is the point, because you see a visitor's face and the box by their feet in the same shot. Both do full color night vision with a spotlight that kicks on with motion. My one gripe on the pricier model is that its infrared reach is about 33 feet, and a hands-on review found scenes past a few feet going shadowy, so a long, dark walkway isn't its strength. Storage is the part that saves you money for years. Neither one forces a subscription. Both take a micro SD card up to 512 gigabytes, and Tapo Care Cloud is optional, holding 30 days of history if you want off-site copies. What changes with the D225 is volume, because once it's wired and recording all day, you're filling that card with a full timeline instead of clips. One owner runs a 256 gigabyte card and keeps roughly 2 weeks of history on it. And with local recording, the footage sits on your card whether or not your Wi-Fi drops. On alerts, the cheaper model gives you free person detection and custom zones, while the D225 adds package and vehicle detection on top. Both can call your phone so you answer without opening the app. Here's the honest weak spot on the D210. Several owners report clips that start late or run only 8 or 9 seconds, plus live view lag on some networks, and that matters more for watching a driveway than for answering the door. The D225 isn't flawless either, since some owners have seen a car tagged as a person and needed to tune sensitivity, though wiring it adds 10 seconds of footage before each trigger, so you stop missing the start of events. Small stuff, quickly. Both include an indoor chime. The D210 adds a horizontal wedge, while the D225 gives you horizontal and vertical wedges for awkward angles, and both work with Alexa and Google. The D225 is noticeably chunky, which matters on a narrow frame. So where does the extra money go? The D225 costs quite a bit more, and you're paying for the wiring option and continuous recording, the wider and taller view, the bigger battery, the extra detection types, and slightly tougher weather sealing. The D210 is the cheaper option, and it covers the core job, seeing and talking to whoever's at your door with no monthly fee, without charging you for flexibility you can't use. Budget for a card on either one. Here's the call. There's no single winner in this one, and I'm not going to pretend otherwise, because the wall behind your door decides it, not the spec list. If there's no wiring at your door and traffic is normal, the D210 does the job for less money, and you'll never miss what you didn't buy. But if you've got working wiring and you want that all-day timeline, plus the taller view that catches the box on the mat, the D225 is the one. No fluff about it. And it's the pricier of the two for a reason. And if you're on a narrow door frame, measure before you commit, because the D225 is bulky. And you, which one would you pick? Let me know in the comments. Links below in the description.